Hello everyone, Risky Toothpick here, back again with some more Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express, and we have some more investigations to do here. We need to interrogate Miss Schmidt and Mr. Michael, or Michelle. That's right, we already know it's Michelle. So let's see if we can find them. It's also, real quick, see if I'll actually open the thing up I want. 3 mustaches hidden about. So we know he's probably involved. Start from the back. My goodness, a train.
Book is a collector, and not surprisingly, he collects trains.
Yeah, you know, he likes trains. Leave the man alone.
Are you all right, Mr. Poirot? And Ms. Locke? Has she had symptoms again?
I didn't mean to disturb you, Doctor. Everything progresses satisfactorily.
Alright, so I might have to come back here later and talk to him.
All that snow.
Are you familiar with the concept of entropy, Monsieur McQueen?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, I didn't see you. Entropy? Randomness in a system or something?
Yes, unpredictability. Even the best laid plans can go astray, thanks to something as simple as...
An unexpected passenger?
perhaps, or snow.
Yeah, we know there's an unexpected passenger here. Not just one, but 2. Man, these mustaches, though, they have hidden them really well. That or they're so easy to see that you miss them, one or the other. Okay, this is our room. Real fancy compared to some of the others.
I have nothing to ask them at the moment. I should leave them alone.
Alright, let them get their story straight. That's probably what they're doing, if they are, you know, if they are the criminals in this crime. Okay, so the maid, or the assistant, is still here.
Good evening, Fräulein Schmidt. May I disturb you for a moment?
You asked so politely, mein Herr, but I do not think I have a choice.
How to approach the subject of Miss Locke. Oh, I don't think we go straight in.
I wanted to let you know that your roommate, Mademoiselle Locke, is awake.
Ah, yes, I'm glad to hear that. I was worried about her. Did she tell you what had happened to her?
Residue in cup?
Unfortunately, she doesn't remember much, but we found a residue of a sleeping pill in her cup of tea. Since you two were alone together in your room when she drank it, who else but you could have dragged her?
Must I point out I do not make the tea on this train? You should question the conductor or the kitchen staff.
You have sleeping pills. She almost died.
Mademoiselle Locke could have died. Whoever drugged her must not feel any empathy for their fellow human beings, given the dose that Mademoiselle Locke ingested. She was close to death.
Oh my God. What did I do? I didn't want to hurt her. Just have her sleep for a few hours while we had time.
We? Time for what? Time for what, Madame Schmidt?
You think I feel nothing? Nothing? That poor little girl.
Indeed, that poor little girl. Fräulein Schmidt is somehow connected to the Armstrong case.
What could be the link between Mrs. Schmidt and the Armstrong affair? I mean, she should be Princess Dragomirov's cook, but maybe closer?
Et voilà. Fräulein Schmidt, I have a certain reputation for sniffing out,
I am not a murderer.
forgive me, but I was going to say brilliant chefs. You were the Armstrong family's cook, were you not?
Yes. I was the cook of that lovely, lovely family. I'm sorry, but I must ask you to give me some time to collect myself. It wasn't supposed to be like this. My darling, my poor darling child.
I will give you that time, Fräulein. You have given me much more in exchange. I must check in with my other suspects to make certain I have all the pieces of the puzzle in my possession.
Yeah, we're learning that more and more people are connected. But we'll keep on moving here and talking.
Can I get you something, Monsieur Poirot? Everyone is so tense.
An aperitif soon, Monsieur Fauchet, with pleasure, when the matter is resolved.
Alrighty. Let's see if we can find that conductor guy. Oh, they're in the closet.
Jean, you've mixed everything up again. Oh, I can't find the coffee liqueur for tonight's dessert.
Well, that kind of sucks. It's a lot simple when you know where everything's at, so you don't have to like waste time looking around. Okay, we could talk to her. There's the other chef. Let's just walk all the way to the end and then we'll work our way back. Probably a little bit easier like that. There's actually another room we can go into. Check for any mustaches hidden about. Now what is that, 301? Oh, we can just walk right in here.
Good evening, Michel. Am I bothering you? You seem stressed.
With everything that's going on, I must admit it's difficult to be relaxed.
Of course, I understand. Especially since we know that Detective Locke's tea was drugged before it was served to her.
Detective?
Come now, Michel. Surely you would have taken the opportunity to search her things and found her badge. Luckily, she woke up and was finally able to tell us her story.
Otaru boiled the water, Jean made the tea. I just brought it. Sir, it could have been any of the staff.
Your defense is to accuse others?
Oh.
You have a network connection?
No, unfortunately. It's just an automatic reminder to pay my rent. I always forget, and my landlord complains.
Pierre Michel had to be involved in the murder. The drugged tea, his post at the end of the hall, and now I know why I know more than one of those people on the screen.
Wow. Who's the person on the left?
Yes.
Pierre. Who's the person in the menu? It's San. It's not Armstrong, no, it's Suzanne.
Adequate.
She killed herself, or supposedly. And the one into the right is the detective guy, apparently.
Good job.
Interesting.
I'm right again. That happens to
More
me
and
a
more
lot.
people are connected.
You are the father of Suzanne Moreau, Daisy Armstrong's nanny. My condolences on the death of your wife.
What? But my wife...
Enough lies. Suzanne does not bear your name?
No. Suzanne's mother and I were divorced. Suzanne kept her mother's name.
My most sincere condolences, Monsieur Michel, on the deaths of Suzanne and your wife.
This job, I loved them, but I was never there for them. Then, a year after the divorce, Solange became ill. Suzanne took her to this special hospital in the US. Got that job as Daisy's nanny.
I understand your pain, and the reason that led you to drug Detective Locke.
We really can't hide anything from you, can we?
Many have been foolish enough to try and keep the truth from Hercule Poirot.
Yes, I admit, I drugged the tea. But it was only to keep her quiet until I could... But she reacted so much to the sleeping pills.
She was lucky, as are you, that she didn't die. To be frank, there is one more thing that puzzled me, but I think I understand now.
What is Mr. Harmon's relationship with Mr. Michel? I'm guessing future son-in-law?
Monsieur Hardman was Suzanne's
No.
fiancé.
Huh. I have the impression my whole life to you is an open book. Yes, Cyrus was my daughter's fiancé. I almost consider Cyrus as my own son.
Of course, much more is clear now. I have been patient long enough. It is time to go and see what all the commotion is next door.
I'll say, all I do is hear that going non-stop.
Monsieur Hardman, excellent. The gods who watch over detectives must have trapped you here.
Why didn't they watch over me? I'm a detective too. I was talking to Michelle about a leaky faucet, and I wanted to go out, but you showed up.
No need to invent some preposterous story.
But really,
Michel has told me everything. You are the fiancé of Suzanne Moreau, his daughter.
Oh. I see.
Surely this is not a big surprise to you.
No. Suzanne was the only woman I ever loved. And I failed her. We got into a spat. It was nothing, but I was too proud to apologize. We weren't speaking at all. Suzanne never really cared for that guy, Noah. She would have forgiven me. If only. If only.
If only. A common refrain between lovers who quarrel. Obviously, Pierre Michel and Fräulein Schmidt both drugged Detective Locke's tea, causing the overdose. No wonder she had so much trouble waking up. Time to report my findings to her and Book.
Yep, big accident between the two.
Aha! Golden mustache.
Alright, we found one. My goodness, these mustaches. Chef's Kiss Ultimate Edition.
I wonder if our master chef gets his recipes from a game.
Hey, if it's a good game. Now time to work our way back. Alright, let's see. Who else? Is there someone in the kitchen? Yeah, I think so.
Not now. Not now. I have a dinner to prepare. Would you interrupt Michelangelo or Da Vinci?
Oh, wow. I almost missed that one.
Oh, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
Well, at least this is more realistic. 2 mustaches out of 3. I usually miss one. With my luck. Okay, we need to talk to them.
So, my friend, tell me, you have something new?
Alright, well, we'll start at the top. So the pills and then the affair. The Armstrong affair.
Mademoiselle Locke, I know who drugged you. Fräulein Schmidt and our conductor Pierre Michel both admitted putting sleeping pills into your tea. This explains your overdose. They are relieved you are recovering.
Michel drugged a passenger? On behalf of the company, I offer my apologies to you, Mademoiselle Locke. Michel will answer for this outrage.
Both of them? I was pretty sure about Fräulein Schmidt, but I admit that I did not suspect the conductor.
Well, let me tell you why, then you'll be really surprised.
I have uncovered multiple connections with the Armstrong case. Pierre Michel is the father of Suzanne Moreau, little Daisy's nanny, and Monsieur Hardman was Suzanne's fiancé. As for Hildegard Schmidt, she was the cook of the Armstrong family. What a coincidence, don't you think?
But it's incredible! What are the odds that so many people linked to that tragic affair ended up on the same train?
About the same as you winning the lottery, my friend.
I wasn't the officer who interviewed Fräulein Schmidt back then, so she couldn't recognize me here on the train. How could they know who I was?
There were other passengers who might have. Or she may have seen you when you visited the Armstrong home. It is now clear to me that some of the clues to this elaborate plot were staged for my benefit.
What do they want me to believe? The murderer got on the train at Vinkovich, killed Ratchet and got off immediately. I don't think they wanted us to believe that they were still on the train.
I must admit I'm not right this time. Et voilà.
I knew it was one or the other.
Some clues and information collected so far could lead to a hypothesis. The murderer boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then left the train immediately.
How did you come to that possibility?
Monsieur Hardman told me about a short man with a high-pitched voice who threatened Ratchet. Imagine for a moment that this man, wearing a wagon-lit conductor's jacket, killed him while Michel was on the platform at Vinkovsky. This murderer then hid the conductor's jacket in Detective Locke's room, then fled before the train left.
Why choose Detective Locke's room?
Why, indeed. Let me re-explain from the beginning.
Okay. Reconstruct the events of the false lead. So I'm guessing the murderer boards the train. I guess it would actually technically be the first one. Man, this one would be tough. I guess he has to do it all before Pierre gets on. He leaves to the room. The murderer leaves the knife. The murderer gets rid of the jacket. The murderer gets off the train, and then Michelle gets on.
That's the right answer.
Mon Dieu! Oui! That must be it! Everything fits so well!
It fits too well, my friend. Other clues lead to a second hypothesis, much more plausible.
That's right. There are several murderers. Nope, they didn't escape. Several murderers, all related to the Armstrong case.
That was easy. So, we have multiple murderers, all related to the Armstrong case. The murderer from Vinkovsky was a fabrication to turn suspicion away from those on the train. They expected the investigation to be led by some small-town official who could easily be misled.
Mr. Poirot?
Detective Locke, forgive me. You are an obvious exception. You tracked Ratchet with the tenacity of a bloodhound. Unfortunately for the killers, they not only had you to deal with, but now they had, and I say this with all modesty, the world's greatest detective, Hercule Poirot, dropped into the midst of their meticulous planning.
Multiple murderers? Multiple detectives? Poirot, please take pity on me. Who is linked to this case and who is not?
My poor friend, I have gone speeding out of the station without you. I will continue.
Alrighty, who are the 9 people we know are connected to the Armstrong case? We know she is. Antonio is. Pierre. She is as well.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
How many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who did I think was part of it?
I must admit I'm not right.
Oh,
this
it's
time.
not Caroline. I thought she was. Is it the boyfriend or the husband?
I do not think that's the right answer.
Nope. They've been very protective of Mary.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Let's try Archibald.
No, not good.
No. Well, we know Joanne is.
Et voilà. Fraulein Schmidt, Pierre Michel, Monsieur Hardman, and Monsieur McQueen are all linked to the Armstrong case. I also know that Sonia Armstrong's sister and godmother, Countess Andreni and Princess Dragomirov, are on this train. And finally, Detective Locke discovered that Mr. Foscarelli was the Armstrong chauffeur.
If we add Detective Luck and Ratchet, of the 12 passengers in that coach, 9 have a connection with the Armstrong case. What next, Poirot? Or should I say, who next?
It is time to summon everyone.
Everyone? Even Dr. Constantine? The train crew other than Michel?
Dr. Constantine, yes. I will need him. But we don't want the others as witnesses.
I will see that their duties keep them occupied elsewhere.
Excellent. I have always thought this moment in a case is much like Rodin unveiling the thinker before a captivated audience. A work of art. Have you not felt that way, Detective?
No, Mr. Poirot. I'm happy just to slap the cuffs on him.
Well, there is some artistry in that as well, I suppose.
Where would you like the unveiling, Poirot? The lounge?
Perfect.
Then I will gather all the passengers in the lounge.
Alrighty. Time to unveil the murderer. Go to the lounge car. Alright, so realistically, or usually with these Hercule Poirot games, this last part where he pretty much tells